In this video, I'm going to teach you how you can get more clients for your AI automations agency. It's one of those things where a lot of people are making a lot of mistakes and they're doing a lot of things wrong. I'm going to teach you the things you can do right and the steps that you have to take to make sure you actually are getting clients to come through your door, okay? It kind of goes like this. In this little presentation that I'm going to do, I'm going to teach you how you can get more clients. It's as simple as that. If you have an agency, I have an agency. It's called Scale Fast AI. So I'm going to teach you how you can scale your agency fast using AI. Okay. And the context for this little presentation is going to be 8 slides, and it's going to go how to generate leads, how to approach your client, how to close a deal, how to deliver your service, how to get a retainer, how to make your chatbot smarter, how to outsource, and how to scale. It's going to be a simple, easy video. And if you pay attention to if you listen to the whole thing, you will find a lot of value in it, and you will be able to take your business to the next level. So do yourself that favor. Sit back, relax, and watch it till the end. If you're not ready to watch until the end, save it for later and come back when you're ready. But for those of you guys that are ready, let's get started. When it comes to generating leads for your AI automation industry, the mistake that a lot of people make is that they just create their agency and they just expect people to come to them. They just expect the clients to come and just be like, oh, here's $5,000 a month. I don't even know why I'm paying you. But it's one of those things where you have to meet your potential clients where they are instead of expecting them to come to you. Like I said, the mistake that a lot of people make is that they just expect the money to just come into their pocket. They don't want to do any of the work. They don't want to do the outreach. They don't want to do the cold emails, calls, or they don't want to put in the effort to set up automations that actually will do the work for them. So it's one of those things where not only do you have to meet your potential clients where they are, but it's one of those things where if you expect them to come to you, they're never going to come. You have to know what they want. You have to go to them and satisfy their need. They're the ones that have the money that are going to give to you. So at the end of the day, you have to go to them instead of expecting them to come to you. And one of the best mindsets or one of the best ways that you can do that is when you finally get there, like say you find you have a client, you have a prospect, you have to treat them like a student before you treat them like a customer. You have to teach them what they want to know, and they will pay you to know more. Okay, I put me right here by accident, but it's pretty much they will pay you to know more. It's one of those things where if you have a YouTube channel, if you have an Instagram, if you have a TikTok, people like Andrew Tate literally will sit there and provide free value and then sell you a course. It's one of the things where not courses, they sell you Hustlers University, they'll sell you a community. People will literally tell you, oh, this is how you make $1 million quick. Buy my course. People will tell you, oh, this is how I make $1 million doing drop shipping. Oh, don't forget to buy my product. Oh, this is how I make sell sweaters at 16. Don't forget to buy my sweater. It's one of those things where people will give you value. They will tell you how you can do it yourself. They will tell you how you can do it great, with the mistakes you can avoid and the things you can do better. And then eventually they would just like sell you a product. And it's one of those things where you have to kind of be like that. You treat them like a student. Students come to campus, the teacher teaches them, and at the end of the day, they get a tab for 60 grand. So it's one of those things where that's what you do. You come and you teach people. Provide the value, provide the value. So by the time the bill hits, they're not like, oh my God, that wasn't worth it. It's too late. It's like you provided the value. They wanted you to give them they wanted you to satisfy the need, and now you satisfy the need, and they're willing to pay you. So when you become a teacher, when you create a YouTube channel, when you have an Instagram channel, a TikTok, and you're teaching people about finance, fitness, coaching, whatever it is that you want to do, you could have a company that literally sells cards. This is literally a Yu-Gi-Oh card. You could teach people about Yu-Gi-Ohs, how to play, what the strongest character does, or whatever it is that you want to teach, right? If you teach people, you will have a community of people that want to know more. So you get paid off of the more. That's why when you hear people telling you give away free chatbots, you literally have to be able to understand what that means, because when you give away free value, people will pay you for more value. Okay. You might be thinking, okay, like how do I provide that value? Like what do I do, right? One, you join a family. You join a group or a community of ideal customers you wish to sell to. Then you ask them what they want and need. And then you go create a group for yourself. Meaning, if you say I'm selling socks, right? Say I'm selling shoes, say I'm selling skateboards. If I go and join a skate community, if I go and join a sock community, if I go and join a community that just loves, say, Christmas socks, people love skating, skateboards, wheels, designs, whatever it is. If I go and join the community, I can literally see not only what things that people are purchasing, I can see what people are talking about, what's trending, and then I can simply ask people like, okay, what is something that you're struggling with? What's something that you would pay for? What's something that I could, create that you would probably buy? So you pretty much just get the customer to tell you what it is that they want, and then you get the customer to tell you what it is that they need. So when they tell you what they want and what they need, you're pretty much like, okay, no problem. Now that I know what you want and need, I can go and create that. So if you see that there's a group of skaters who struggle with, finding the right tires because tires only come from China and people don't know what they blah blah blah. Say they're struggling to find the skateboard tires. You can create a community. You can create a chatbot that sells tires specifically, to people in the U.S. because it's so hard to get them, and then you sell them at the best price compared to, say, the competitor. And when you buy a tire, you get to be part of a community of people who support other skateboarders, and then you only can be a part of that community if you buy a tire. So now people are buying those tires, trying to be a part of the community, and now you have a company that sells tires, and now you have a community of skateboarders that love it. And so it's one of those things where you have to join a family and you have to create a family, and that's how you provide value. Because once you understand what people want and you go and solve those, once you join people's families and you see what it is that they're struggling with, the value comes from they give you what it is they need. So you just automatically know how to satisfy their need. Now in business, they say you have to satisfy a need. Now you know what it is that they're struggling with. Now you know what it is they want and need. Okay. So then you easily can go and satisfy that need. Okay. Number 2 is follow the leader. Use hashtags to track niches and see what's trending and follow the industry leader. And then literally follow their customers. Be SEO friendly, meaning you can use hashtags to track the niche or whatever it is. So say I sell baby products. I literally can click the hashtag mom to go and see all the moms that post pictures of their babies. They tell me if the baby's 1 year old. They tell me, oh, this is the baby's name. This is the baby's birthday. Oh, he's named after his daddy. I'm just learning all this information by simply clicking a hashtag, and I'm learning about who all the people that is literally like a specific type of people that literally have babies. If you're a basketball player, you're not going to use the word, you're not going to use the hashtag mom. So when you click the hashtag mom, it's going to take you to a bunch of people that are moms. Kind of like the community thing is going to take you to people who are like all in the same little community, because the hashtag is a version of the community. So what you do is you literally go to that community, you see who's the industry leader, you see who's the one selling the most baby products, you see who's the one, the most influential baby mom that's giving tips and tricks, you see who's the most viral baby hashtag for the moms, and you see what they're doing correctly and what they're not doing, and then you copy. Art imitates art. You literally copy. You literally be like, okay, I see that they're making videos about selling baby super healthy baby products, because a lot of the stuff is like actually dangerous for you and people don't know that. So you create a chatbot that warns moms about the products that they thought were safe that are actually dangerous. So you could scan, or say you could type in a product's name, and it would actually give you a detailed thing of, oh no, this product is actually really dangerous. And now you have a chatbot that literally will save babies' lives, and moms will use that chatbot because all you did was click on the hashtag, see that the leader in the industry sells super healthy baby products, and now you created a chatbot that also tells you how healthy a baby product is. Think about that. You literally are like, this is just an example that you can use, but like, say another example is like fitness, right? There's somebody that you go and click hashtag fitness, and I see somebody selling a workout machine or whatever. I can create a chatbot that literally tells you all the different types of machines that are out there and ranges from price to cheap to super expensive. So I can put on there all these products, like from a little crunch bar that you put on the wall to literally a Peloton that you can buy for thousands of dollars. And each one I can have a backlink to on Amazon, where I charge you a little more. So say the Peloton, I charge you 10 grand. On Amazon, it's probably 8 grand. So when you click the link and you pay me 10 grand, I go to this guy and I buy it for 8 grand, and now I made 2 grand selling you a Peloton, and I make $100 selling the other guy a crunch bar, and I made $50 selling this guy a dumbbell. And you pretty much can just make money through the chatbot by simply understanding the leaders in each industry. And you go and target each niche because the niche is automatically there and created for you. Okay. The third one is to create YouTube videos and give out free events and tools to your viewers and subscribers. If you listen to a lot of people that are in the AI automation industry, you will see that they actually get a lot of views in their videos, and those views are what actually brings them traffic. You will hear people say, oh, the YouTube channel is what actually got me views, or that YouTube channel is what got me my first client, is because this is so true. So when you create YouTube videos, Instagram videos, TikTok videos, and you provide free value, people will pay you eventually, because they will see like, okay, I have an agency, but I don't have any money, right? But I want to create this agency. So you provide the value of how they can create an agency, and then you pretty much do it for free. Instead of charging them, you give it for free. You make a YouTube video. Somebody watches that video, goes and creates the agency, and now their agency is actually making money. So what do? They're like, wow, that was amazing. They come back to you and they see your next video. So not only are they watching your videos and supporting your channel, but they're eventually going to make enough money to come back and be like, okay, hey, I want to hire you. Where's the link that you said to your calendar where you pay $500 to talk to you? Like, I want to talk to you because my AI automations agency is set up and it's ready to go. And I got my first client. I got, I'm this and this, but I need help with this. Or, I want to share my experience with you because you really helped me or whatever. Like, whatever the case is, people are inevitably going to come to you if you can provide value. And one of the best ways to provide value is to create videos, because YouTube will literally put it in front of the right people. When you put a hashtag AI automation agency, people who need AI automation in the agency will literally click on those videos. So you will be around the people that actually matter. It's kind of like the hashtag thing. You click the hashtag and it takes you to the correct people. Somebody who loves cooking videos is probably not going to get your videos unless you make a cooking chatbot. But it's one of those things where at the end of the day, if you create YouTube videos, people will watch your videos. People will tune in like this. This will be you, and people will be sitting there watching your videos, okay? Lastly, one of the last ways that you can provide value is to solve people's problems. You make money when you solve people's problems. So if you are there to put out fires, they will keep you around. It's one of those things where people, when things are good, they don't really think about you, they don't really worry about you, they don't really care about you. But when things are bad is when they need you. So if you're there to pretty much solve people's problems, when they're going through the worst of the worst, when they're going through the struggle, when they're struggling, you're gonna be there to solve their problems. So when somebody's like, oh my God, I can't seem to get sales. Oh my God, I don't know how to capture these leads. Oh my God, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to make customers buy more. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do that. You literally are there to satisfy their needs. You solve their problem. So what does that do? At the end of the day, because you solve the problem, they're gonna pay you. And because you solved the problem at the time when they needed you most, they're going to remember you when they don't need you. They're going to remember you when things are good. Kind of like how this example where if you teach somebody how to create a channel, AI automation agency for free, and they create an agency and they actually make money, they're going to come back to you and support you because you helped them actually make that money, whether it was indirectly, okay? So you have to solve people's problems because that's how you make money. Nobody cares about how you feel or what you want. If you can solve somebody's problems, they're willing to pay money. People hate driving. People hate walking, so they pay for cars. People hate cooking, so they go to McDonald's. It's one of those things where if you solve somebody's problem, they will pay you for it. Okay. Say you finally get your customers, right? And you're having trouble closing deals. This is how you close deals, right? To close a deal, you pretty much just have to change the mindset. Everything is like a little funnel. Most of the people you interact with, you probably don't even have to interact with because the chatbot will do all the work for you. So when somebody comes to your channel, they see your product, they want your product. Somebody clicks on your website, if they click on your product, if they come into your YouTube channel, they click, that means they're 1% interested, whether it's a curiosity, whether they want to see why you suck, they want to see why you're amazing, they want to steal your information, they want to just test it, they want to just, if they just are there, right? You have to treat them like they want your product, right? So what you have to do is things like promotions on YouTube, meaning YouTube will literally put your stuff in front of people who actually want your product. Somebody clicks the ad and watches it for 30 seconds, they're actually interested. And YouTube will only charge you if people are watching that thing. So when you run ads, literally YouTube has a promotion thing where you can pay like $20. And I got almost like 300 subscribers paying $20 to put it in front of like thousands of people. It's one of those things where you can promote on YouTube and it will go in front of the type of people that actually are interested in your product. So when they see your product, they want your product, okay? So it makes it easier to close versus somebody who literally is like doesn't want your product, doesn't even see it. It's like go after the people that want your product versus the people that don't even want your product. I don't even know how else to put it, okay? If you want to be able to close more, it has to solve their problems, so let it solve their problems, okay? It's one of those things where you're trying to convince them why they should give you money, but they should be trying to convince you to help them solve their problems. So they should be coming to you being like, oh, like my company is struggling with automation, my company is struggling with efficiency, my company is struggling with wasting time, I'm struggling with saving money. Can you help me? Not, hey, I can save time, I could do this for you, I could do this for you. Why? Because at the end of the day, you want to close the deal on them. You don't want them to close the deal on you. You want the person to come to you and be like, hey, I need your help. When you call 911, 911 is like, oh yeah, you need our help. So when the client calls you, you're like, yeah, bro, you need my help. And it's one of those things where you pull up like a firefighter and come put out their fire. But at the end of the day, they're going to remember the fact that you were there for them. When you're dying and you call the ambulance, you're like, hey, I need your help. The ambulance pulls up and you're not like, oh, how much money? You're like, I'm having a heart attack, but how much money is it? Let me know. Oh, it's one of those things they're like, oh, it doesn't matter how much money it costs. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter how you do it. Just save me. Just solve that problem. Just put out the fire. So when a firefighter pulls up, people aren't like, oh, like how much is it going to cost me if you actually save my house? No, they don't care. They're like, okay, put out this fire, please. I don't care how much it costs. I don't know what it. So that's how you have to have. That's how you have to make people feel. When people come to you, they have to be like, okay, I don't care how much it costs. Just please help me. So it makes it a million times easier to close because the mindset has changed. So instead of you being like, oh, please give me money, the customer's coming to you saying, please help me. Please take my money. Okay. Okay. And the third one is to bring value and they will bring the money, right? If you bring the value, they will bring the money, right? They pay you for what you do and for what you can do. It's one of those things where, like I said, it's like if your house is on fire and you call the firefighter, you're trusting them. You want them to come and help you with the things that they can do for you. They can come and spray your house down and make sure that, you know, the whole thing doesn't burn down. They can come and save you. The ambulance can come. If you're having a heart attack, they can come and give you CPR, plug you into the right thing. The doctor says, hey, sir, can you hear me? And they can make sure that you have a better chance of surviving. So why are they so valuable? Because you pay them for what they can do, or for what they did, and for what they can do. Meaning they will come and save you on the spot, and they will also take you to the place. So you're paying them for what they did when they got to the house, but you're also paying them for what they can do when they take you to the doctors for whatever it is that they help you with. So it's one of those things where if you bring value, they will bring the money. If you're having a heart attack, somebody comes and says, I can solve your heart attack, you're going to give them as much money as they asked for. If your house is on fire and somebody says, I can put the fire out in your house, you're going to give them as much money as they ask for. So you have to be able to have somebody come to you and be like, please put out this fire. Here's my money. Because you bring the value. The firefighter is chilling all day until you call him. The firefighter never calls you. You call the firefighter. The ambulance never calls you. You call the ambulance. Why? Because you need them. It doesn't matter how much money the ambulance costs. It doesn't matter how much money the firefighter costs. You need them. You will beg them. You will tell them, please, hurry. I need you now. It's one of the things. That's how you need to make the customer feel. The customer needs to be like, here, take my money, please. Hurry. I need you now. Okay? That's how you close. Why? Because when they come to you, you just say yes. Simply, it's like, okay, the firefighter comes and says, oh, you want me to put out your fire? Yes. It's going to be 10 grand. Yes, that's fine. Oh, I'll pay you 15 grand. Please put out the fire. If the ambulance comes and says, hey, sir, I can save you from this heart attack, but it's going to cost you 20 grand. You don't say, oh, actually, you say, no problem. I'll give you 25 grand. Take as much money. Please save me. All you have to do is just say yes. It's like that. That's how you close the deal, because at the end of the day, when they come to you, all you have to do is say yes. This is the timeline on how to actually close the deal, right? So say you get the person, you actually close the deal, and boom, now it's like, okay, what do I do next? You have to provide the value, build relationships in order for people to love and trust you. First, one of the things that you can do to pretty much provide a lot of value is to give away free chatbots. Once somebody comes through the door and you pretty much say, hey, here's a chatbot, let me use it for 7 days. Let me know what you think at the end of 7 days. Not only does it give you criticism, not only do you have somebody that will actually use your chatbot, so you can say that, okay, they have this many people using my chatbot. Not only will it actually benefit you because you actually know what you're doing right or wrong. Not only can you practice making the chatbot better and better, so the next person you give it to for free, the chatbot's actually smarter and more wise. But it's one of those things where a free chatbot actually helps you get through the door. So once you give the free chatbot, then they would pay you to build an actual chatbot, right? And this actual chatbot is pretty much like where the money starts to come in. So you could charge a one-time fee, or you could charge the one-time fee plus the retainer. And I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. But it's one of those things where you can build an actual chatbot after building the free one. The free one is something that you give to everybody. So people get to see it, they get to experiment, they get to, but it's not necessarily personalized to them. When you build an actual chatbot, I'm talking about it's going to know the company's information, what time they're open, the people's names. It's going to know the people's phone numbers, stuff like that. It's going to be custom to them. It's custom to the company. So it becomes the actual chatbot. It's a version of this, but just more advanced and wiser and stronger, right? Then you take that and you pretty much get them to pay you monthly for that new chatbot. And them paying you monthly is pretty much they either pay you one-time fee for, like I said, the chatbot, or they pay you one-time fee for the chatbot and live events, like kind of like a little setup fee. You can have them pay you $2,500 just to set it all up. I'll create the chatbot for you, then you make it smarter. You deal with it, you enhance it, you fix it, you keep it more data. I just fix it for you. It's like a legit chatbot for you. It's not the same one that I gave you for free, but it's one that's custom to you. You charge however much you want. I always say you charge more than $2,500 because it's going to take you that much work. And since you're not going to see that person ever again, you might as well charge an amount that you can actually like make good money off of. So if you get 4 people to pay this, you make 10 grand a month. Okay. Or you can have the monthly fee where it's like the one-time fee of, okay, boom, I'm going to create this chatbot for you, but I'm also going to charge you a $5,000 retainer fee every month to make sure this chatbot is running smoothly, to make it smarter, to make it wiser. As the results keep adding up, as you make more money, $5,000 is going to feel like nothing. And the thing is, the reason why you charge $5,000 is because right now it can feel like a lot, but in the future it's going to feel like a little bit. Meaning, if you go to an agency and you help them make, an extra 20 grand a month, they might pay you $5,000 now, and they're like, oh, like it's a lot of money. But in the future, when they're making 100 grand, 200 grand, they're gonna be like, bro, are you sure you don't want 10 grand a month? So it's gonna start to add up. It's gonna be one of those things where they're literally gonna start to just pay you as much money as you ask for, because you're gonna be providing that value, and you're actually gonna be showing the value working through the money that they make. So the more money they make, the more money they're willing to pay you. The more money they're willing to pay you, the more money you're willing to help them make. So at the end of the day, like I said, you can do a one-time fee or you can do the monthly fee. The monthly fee includes the one-time fee it just includes a $5,000 retainer. Okay. When you want to make your chatbot smarter, because say somebody's like, okay, you created my chatbot, like, so you just feed it the information, you give them the people's data, you can chat GPT, and the chatbot is built, and you go and you actually sell it to them, right? 2,500, 3,000, 4,000, however much the chatbot was at first, people buy it. But then they're like, okay, I want to pay you the retainer. Now what? This is actually how you do the retainer. This is a strategy for the retainer. Google has pretty much like this thing where it's called a crawler. It's like you literally can just type in any Google website and pretty much like steal their information. Places like VoiceFlow will literally let you take the website, put the link, and it will take all the information from the website, and then you literally can like look up the information that you need. So I can go to ESPN, click download the ESPN thing, and then go and ask it the ESPN scores, and it will give me the scores in real time, because at the end of the day, it's the data that I fed it. Okay. So you can not only get that information from Google, but you can go on any website and literally get that information and just load it to the chatbot. So the chatbot literally knows anything that Google knows, and Google knows pretty much everything. So your chatbot can potentially know everything. So if there are things that you don't know or things that the client doesn't know, Google is going to be your answer, because there are websites that really that know it already. Okay, whether it's peer reviewed, whether it's Google Scholarly, whatever it is, there are websites that you can go on Google that will help you. Okay. Number two is client data, meaning if there's a website that literally has a bunch of clients' data, so say like it has to be like things or products that the client has to upload themselves, the client has to do themselves, like then you just take that same data and you train the chatbot with that data. So if they're open weird hours, if they're sell certain products, if they have a mission statement, if they have a whole like a plan or a proposal, whatever it is that they have on the website, whatever that they do, you just get that information and you feed it. So if they have a website, you feed it. If they have articles, you feed it. If they have books, you feed it. If they have terms and conditions, you feed it. If they have contracts, you feed it. And so when people come and ask, the thing just generates the information from the contract, the whatever it is, terms of service, whatever it is that the information you do. And the reason why this is important is because you let them do the hard part. Meaning, if they give you the information to put into a chatbot, the chatbot will know that information. So when they ask you for that information, when the clients ask for that information, when the information has to become useful, the chatbot already knows it and already knows how to regurgitate that information. Okay. Similar with Google, the next thing that you could use is Wikipedia. Wikipedia has a bunch of articles that literally just are like all organized. Instead of training your chatbot on what war was fought in 1802, you literally can just go on Wikipedia, have the war in 1802, and literally just feed into the thing. And just like the Google thing, instead of having like, sometimes with Google is that it will feed like unnecessary data. Because the thing about data is that you can have good data, you can have bad data, and sometimes the bad data is pretty much just like junk. So it's like if you go to a website, like a little part of the website tells you about what you actually want to know, and the rest is just talking about random stuff. It's just ads and just random pop-ups and random stuff like that. And sometimes the chatbot will take that information and like regurgitate it. So when somebody asks a question, it'll tell them about the ad or something rather than tell them actually what they want to know. So the Wikipedia lets you just organize that information. So if you put on there a definition of a word or a definition of a thing and use the Wikipedia link, it literally will know that definition as Wikipedia would know it. And Wikipedia literally knows it to a certain extent. So it's kind of like Google, but specific for certain whatevers. So whether it's certain words, terminology, certain patterns, certain objectives, or whatever it is, you can just use Wikipedia to have the article and train your chatbot using almost just Wikipedia. And then you can always create your own. You can use a Google Doc, type whatever information you want. You can literally just create your own. Just like how the client has data, you can create your own data that you train the chatbots. And it can teach you how to, give information. It can teach you how to do formats. It can teach you how to be smarter. It can teach you how to process the information. It can teach you how to, get smarter. Pretty much whatever information you want to put in yourself, you can put in yourself. But it's you specifically. Like you create the data on an Excel thing and you feed it whatever data you want to. And so like I said, sometimes this can be used to debug. Sometimes this can be used to make it smarter. Sometimes this can be used to just like get it to stop doing things that you wanted to, because this can be used for whatever. But at the end of the day, kind of like this client data, you can use your own data. Okay. And the last one is pretty much to have better prompts. When you have ChatGPT plugged into most of your chatbots, depending on what prompt you put in, you actually can save yourself a lot of trouble because the prompt alone will make the GPT either smart or really dumb. And if you can get it to be, if you can get put in really good prompts, you can have it be really smart, and this will actually help it be able to retain and know more data. So if you told the GPT like, oh, you are an expert in like all things food and cooking broccoli, when you ask a broccoli question, it's actually going to know what it's talking about because you gave it the right prompt, compared to being like, oh, you are just a personal assistant and somebody asks about broccoli and it's like, oh yeah, I don't really know, bro, even though it knows, you know. So like I said, at the end of the day, you can even use better prompts and it will help you overall. This is not me. This is not me. I just kind of got this picture because I was lazy. But when it comes to scaling, this is going to be your team. This is going to be you. This is the owner. This is the person who does the boss work, and you build and organize your team. The chatbot is where you are, meaning the chatbot is pretty much like if the chatbot's running on the laptop, you pretty much if the chatbot is running on the laptop, you're pretty much going to have the laptop as your advantage. It pretty much is like wherever you are, that's where the chatbot is. So when you're working with clients, you can work with clients from anywhere in the world because as long as you have your laptop with you, you literally will have the chatbots with you. And as long as you can use, as long as you have a laptop, you can build chatbots. And as long as you can build chatbots, you will always have clients. And as long as you have internet connection, you will always be able to have your own automation industry. That's one of the best things about it.